Hi everybody, Mr. M here. I just wanted to make a quick video about um, an activity that I sent home with all the students today that is to be completed together. It just looks like this, and it was sent home in their agenda. If they forgot their agenda, it should just be in their bag, kind of folded neatly. And it does look like this. My Family Around the World, and it is a series of 3 questions plus 1 question that the students are left with. And I'll just read what it says here. It says, My Family Around the World. Canada is a cultural mosaic, and this means that our country is home to people with many different heritages. Pick an adult in your family to interview, ask your questions, and write down their answers. It's okay right now at this point of the year if you need to write down the answers with them or for them, or kind of guide them through. Ask your questions and write down their answers. Write one of your own questions. And then this last part, ask an adult to help you color the world map to show where your relatives and ancestors come from. That part is not included tonight, so you don't need to worry about doing anything on a map. But these are the questions. What countries did my relatives and ancestors come from? And we talked today about how this might be from many different places. What is my heritage? And today we talked about heritage as being a part of culture that is passed down from grandparents and parents, and even before that. And we talked about things like music and food and clothing and different cultural things that are passed down. So what are those? What is your heritage, and what might these things look like? You feel free to send a picture or something, or even something to share if you're comfortable with doing that. And then it says, how did our family come to live in, and it's blank there, so you can say come to live in Canada or Windsor, and just a brief story about how your family came to Canada or came to Windsor. And even if it's a bunch of different ways or a bunch of different traveling along the way, as far back as you can share, and we'd love to share that with our class tomorrow. And the last part that says my question is just an opportunity for the student to ask something that they're curious about after having this conversation with you. Okay, so that'd be great if that could be returned tomorrow so we can continue on with our unit. Also tomorrow is Orange Shirt Day, and that's a day that we honor the Indigenous children that were sent away to residential schools here in Canada, and we take some time to educate our students on some of the unfortunate events that took place there by reading some story and sharing some other literature. So if you can send your son or daughter or grandchild to school wearing some orange tomorrow, a shirt or anything else, we kind of wear that as a school to honor those Indigenous children. Something else that happened today is we were looking at the concept of odd and even numbers, and just very quickly here I'll show you something that we were talking about. Okay, so let's say with some cubes like this, and we had a number like 5. What we were looking at is if you had 2 people and these were 5 candies, could you fair share? Could you share them fairly, or would one person have more than the other one? And just the concept that when you cannot share evenly, it's an odd number like 5, and when you can, say if we had 4 candies here, we'll remove this one, and there could be 2 for me and 2 for you, and it's just the idea of fair share. And when you can fair share, it's an even number, and when you can't, it's an odd number. We just kind of started that off today, but that's something you can look at with different items or different dinner items or anything like that, just to keep that going, and that would be great. So I hope that's helpful there, and so you can send me any questions here on Edsby, and I look forward to reading the answers here on our social studies sheet for My Family Around the World. Thank you very much, and have an awesome night.